Hello everybody. Welcome back to Legacy of Goku 2 Retrospective Saturday. How's everyone doing? Oh, mouse is on screen. Oh, my wrist. Sorry I'm a little late. A few hours ago I ate food and I didn't feel good afterward. I had some stomach pains. Oh, it's been a bit. What did we last? I know we grinded. I know we grinded a bit. Very dangerous boars, you can be fierce as they are ugly. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, fuck. Oh, save me. Hello. Golden capsule. Alright. That's a dangerous spot. Oh. I was playing Pokemon earlier. I was completing my Pokedex on Alpha Sapphire, which I actually thought I did, but I didn't. And now my wrist is killing me from laying on my left side. It's an Ekans. Straw snakes are extremely aggressive and poisonous. Woohoo! Ow. Wow. I'm doing very well. Oh yeah, the birds. Hawk is a bird of prey. Hawks have sharp beaks and acute vision. Speaking of which, I've seen some hawks by my work. Ow. Ow. Yeah, not gonna mess with them right now. Son of a bitch. Give me that. Ow. Oh, fuck. It's because that's snake. Shit. Go! Oh, God. Save, please. I did not expect to get nearly wrecked. Give me food! Give me food! Oh shit! Quit giving me key in Iraq. Give me Turkey. Damn it. Why do you all come down? I just want to kill this snack. Okay, good. That's all I wanted. I didn't realize I can kill him that easily with key. I thought he was going to be able to get to me. So yeah, sorry about last night. My data bank, along with my hub that it's all connected to, all fell off my desk, causing my OBS and everything to crash, and I was going to be getting off Path of Exile pretty much within the half hour or so anyway, but it roughly ended my stream early because of that, and my eyes were killing me anyway. It's just, it kind of pisses me off because my data bank is pretty much where I have all my additional files that I install things onto, so I don't like, so my actual hard drive isn't filled up and slowed down, so I save them all to an external hard drive. And whenever that decides to either disconnect somehow, like whenever I try to disconnect another cable from the hub, USB hubs, it somehow disconnects the cable on my data bank or anything like that. If I move it in any certain way, it'll turn off or somehow disconnect, and whenever that happens, like my music player, my OBS, all that crashes. And it fell off my desk last night and it crashed everything. So it's bullshit. I've never had issues with this until like several months ago that I started having issues with this. My cable doesn't even disconnect, but whenever I disconnect another cable such as this USB controller, if I were to disconnect that, or you know, take out my HDMI cable that is connected to my Elgato running to my TV, which is how I'm streaming this right now. Basically, I'm streaming my PC to connect into my PS4 or another home console. That'll sometimes disconnect. It's really stupid and finicky. I've never had issues with this for the few years that I've had it, and then now it started giving me issues. I don't like how the cable is so finicky. Even though I don't touch it, it somehow can disconnect. Even if I go to move my computer up to give myself more space in the back behind it where all my stuff is, it would disconnect. And the reason why it's so like iffy on my desk is because the data bank, the way it connects to the computer, its cables on a weird side, so it's not even laying flat on the table, it's kind of like leaning. And if that goes down, everything it connects to it will fall with it, including Elgato and my data bank, and it's stupid. And I would connect that all to my actual computer's USB, but my headphones take up a spot. The USB hub needs to be plugged into that as well. That takes up a slot. My PS4 controller's charger takes up a slot, which is not connected to it right now. Actually, my controller is, but still, like my PS4 controller sometimes won't work until I plug it in there, or this won't work. I've had issues getting this USB controller working outside of it being plugged into my computer, so that's why. It's really stupid. What level am I? 17. Alright. So yeah. Doomgape, I'll make it up to you by playing a little extra more next time. After about a few streams of it, I'm probably going to swap over something else. Or if I beat all through the areas, I'll probably swap it out for something else. We'll see, though. I am definitely going to play it as long as I can. Maybe beat through all the areas. Go gone. It's gonna be a while yet before you can achieve Super Saiyan, so well, come on, guys. You're getting pretty strong, but it's gonna be a while yet before you can even achieve Super Saiyan state. Oh my god. There we go. I hate it when enemies just come out of nowhere and they just start to hit me a bunch. I like doing it to them though. Stun locking them is fine for me. But when I'm constantly stun locked, it's annoying. Funny how that works. I'm sure the enemies say the same thing. If I could probably hear the monologue of an opponent, they probably would be screaming at me. Oh, thank you. Boar meat. Oh, nice. Tackle these birds. Not even that hard. Except I can't see you now. You're a pain in the ass to hit, you know that? Ooh, different colored boars. Oh, they're the same. They just look... They're the same color? They just look a little different. Yes. Yeah, they just looked a little different for some reason. Would you stop, Pumbaa? Ooh, a level 30 Piccolo door. Oh, I remember grinding here for a while. Come on. Well, quit disappearing into the trees. Oh. You're trying to find my secret lab, aren't you? Even if you'll find it, you'll never get inside. Ow. Says you. Maybe Gohan was not the right choice for this. Oh, phew. Oh, thank God. No, just what I wanted. Oh, Lord. Ah, food! Food! More food. Ooh, more key. Damn, Android 20. Fuck you, Giro. Dr. Giro. I don't care which way is your pronunciation is pronounced. Giro, Garo, whatever. Stop. I may have watched the dub first, English, Funimation, but then I also watched it in Japanese, so it don't matter which pronunciation you guys, and which way you guys pronounce names, or what characters are what, you're still DBZ fans regardless. You don't gotta be a true fan as if you watch the series in one language or another. Because I see a lot of these DBZ YouTubers and they're just like always talking through the Japanese, and it's just like not everyone's gonna watch the Japanese dub or whatever. Because not everyone likes it. In fact, as a kid I hated it. It wasn't until Super that I really started to thought it sounded okay. To this day, I still prefer Dragon Ball Z dubbed over subbed. That's just me. I don't know. I haven't watched much Super subbed or dubbed, English dubbed yet, so I can't really tell if it's enough for me. I may not like it. Once I start to actually check it out, because I own it now, I may not like it too much. That's how I felt about Kai. I didn't really care for the way Kai felt. Same thing with all the other dubbings that aren't Funimation. I just felt like it had no oomph to it. I just felt like it lacked, I don't know, the effort and love that Funimation has. Just maybe it's because I have never watched them and it just felt like it didn't. Because I saw a scene where Ginyu was talking and it just felt like the voice actors didn't care. It's one demonic-ass squirrel. You guys are the same, but yet you all get stronger and stronger. I have yet to get Goku. That's a Triceratops. And yet Goku sent Piccolo to that mission. How dare he? Isn't this where I do a thing with Vegeta involving eggs? Hey Gohan, it looks like this energy barrier is being supplied power by 3 generations in the area. Generators in the area. The only way to get through is to destroy those Where are you talking from? Probably that scouter you gave me. But where's the scouter you're using to talk to me? The egg-like robot bears the insignia of the ribbon when scanning indicates this humanoid robot is designed for the purpose of hand-to-hand combat. The arms of the robot is executed using unusually powerful hydraulic pistons. Well, shit. They also explode. I remember that much. I remember getting hit by them a ton. Ah! Hate these things. I remember that much. But then again, I mean, I played this game on and off throughout my life. My last recent time playing this was for a Let's Play, but even then it wasn't too terribly recent. It's one generator. I know one is being blocked by a dinosaur. I have to go freaking safely escort some eggs. Ugh. It's not with Vegeta. It's normally what I do. It's normally me using Vegeta to do it. I think I could do it with anybody. I could be wrong though. I won't let you get into my lab. Nothing you can do will stop me from activating Android 17 and 18. Why aren't you there yet? Ow. Why aren't you there yet, then? Why are you waiting at this bridge for me? Giro. Also, yeah, I know your lab is protected, but why aren't you in there yet, protecting it yourself? Thank you, goodbye. That's another weird question, is why Giro was waiting there for me. He's waiting for me to break his barrier so he can get in himself. You would think he had a way to shut that off. But no, he wants me to break the barrier so he can get in himself without shutting off the barrier himself and then us getting inside that way. Nice. Ow. Oh shit, hello. You're starting to feel strong now. Dr. Giro still messes you up if you're not careful. Then again, does any boss, really. But I'm just lucky that Giro hasn't killed me yet. He came close that first initial squabble that I showed up on. Get out of here, you licorice robot. Toothpaste shooting, having ass. Yeah, I can do that with anybody. I just normally did it with Vegeta. Don't know why. Oh, hello. Yeah, you're all the same. Different colors, but you're all the same. Oh, Jesus. Why are you guys so weak? Why are you guys hanging out with these fools? I remember grinding here too. Could you go away? Thank you. Ah. Hello, ma'am. I know you made your home on top of this generator, but I need you to move your nest. But I've lived here for years. I'm sorry, but I have to destroy this generator. Believe me, if there was another way, I would do it. But a lot of innocent people will be here if you don't stop, Dr. Hero. You sound like a good person. I'll move if you help me out. I was planning on moving to the bottom of the mountain anyway. I'll start building a new nest on the heat vent as long as you help me move my eggs. And please try not to break them. I'll try not to break your forever spawning eggs. Let's go. I cannot take hit. I cannot get hit. I gotta watch their AI patterns. It really fucking annoys me. This part sucks. I gotta watch their AI pattern, and I gotta be real careful. Damn it. If only they didn't respawn like several times. Every time you go on and off screen. And if that bottom one didn't walk so slow. You're annoying. Of course, they make them walk purposely so slow. Oh, come on. You had to notice me. This is gonna be really annoying. Ah! No! Alright. I've always done this with Vegeta. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just remember doing it only with Vegeta. Maybe I was just grinding him at this point. Fuck you! If only you weren't there, I would have had it. I'm dying. Slowly. I would have had it if that tiger wasn't there. See what I mean? If he wasn't there, if I knew where he was, it'd be fine, but no. You had to go down there. Oh, you had to find me. You had to find me. Damn it. Oh, I would have had it. Oof. My tiger had to go down there where I had to go. That's why I couldn't go down there. I'm bad at this. I've also haven't done this in years. That robot just moves way too slow. Damn it! Okay, the top route is the best chance. The bottom route always gets me caught by one of those robots or that tiger dude at the bottom. Fuck off. You're at a weird angle. Why? Hey, Zero, thank you for being a Super Saiyan God for 4 months. Holy shit, has it already been 4 months? Holy shit. Thank you for that. How do you know when to resub before your Amazon Prime runs out? And I'm glad you got a new headset. I'm gonna have to look into getting me a new one. I was thinking about just getting me a better one entirely. Did you get a better one or the same one? So I was thinking about just getting a better gaming headset entirely. Turtle Beach is nice, but I was hoping to find something that has more meters on it, if there is such a thing. Logitech G430. Alright. Is it better? Or is it just another gaming headset? I mean, what more can you ask for? I bought you that other headset, so. Turtle Beach was good for a time. You can't really beat that I got a deal on that too, which is why I bought it for you. With Prime, without their 80. Oh, holy shit, they're $38. That's a steal. Yeah, my deal I got on these for you was on the Turtle Beach headset website. I got them. Mine was about $90. I think I got yours for like $50 or $60. So what more can you ask for? They're alright. It's just, I'm hoping for something better. Are they comfortable at least? I'll look into it. If it's that cheap. I'm not looking to spend anything more than a few hundred, like $100 on it. Oh, why do you gotta be there? Why? You're an asshole. Sweet. Fucking tiger. I have not done this in forever. Oh, they look awesome. Let me see. Did you buy the headset by itself, or did you buy that frequent bought together bundle for $44? Or do you even need that cable that you can buy with it? So I usually see frequent bought together, and I'm not sure if I should ever buy the bundle. Cool. They look awesome. I'm not sure if that cable is needed for anything. Go away. I'm gonna die just trying to freaking carry some fucking eggs down here. You could buy the combo to use it with the PX controller, but you don't have to. Oh, there's a specific controller? Okay, good. That's why I asked. I don't have a controller. There is two cables on it. One the mic. One is the mic, one is the headphones. Oh, okay. And they're more comfortable than what we have. The controller that our Turtle Beach comes with. Ah, okay. Good, they're more comfortable. That's all I want to know. Because these are comfortable, but only like 2 or 3 times have they actually started to hurt my ears. These don't oftenly hurt my ears, though. And the metal band inside so it won't stop. Oh, it won't snap. Nice. Well, mine hasn't broken yet. It's just every now and then the right or left side goes out. And I'll have to fumble with it. Good. I don't know how yours is newer than mine too. I bought yours probably like a few months. No, not even. Probably like a little bit more than that. A little bit over several months, like maybe half a year to 7 months after I got mine, and yours broke already. Wow. Wow, how? What'd you do to it? Yours is in worse shape than mine was. And mine are older, way older. I got mine right around my birthday. Right before I started streaming like full time. Wow. That was the birthday before because I bought my HP for my birthday as well. And that was the year before. So I've had them for about 2-ish, 3 years now. You had sex with them? Well, maybe you shouldn't stick things where they don't belong. That's hot, though. Well, that's why you got aux cables, isn't that right? You can have that. I hate these eggs mission. I really hate this egg mission. It freaking sucks. Come on. Come on. You are a robotic asshole. Go away. Give me that turkey. Piccolo, it's up to you. Gohan's gonna die. Fucking God. Okay. What I gotta do is lure you out. No, not you. Not. Also, I have 7.1 surround sound. Wait, that's within the headset, or is it allowed to connect to your surround sound system? Because I don't have surround sound. My old chair did, but I don't use surround sound because that's loud. But that's cool. Awesome, that sounds cool. And it has the same connector piece. The what I mean is the meter, or the whatever, the controller piece that has 3 knobs or 4 knobs, the bass and all that, and you could change the volume levels. Because I need something like that so I can have music and my game volume going, and I can higher and lower your voice, my voice, and all that shit. Because if I can't have that with the game going, being able to higher and lower having your voice and the game volume split, and to be able to higher and lower that to my leisure, plus, you know, where I can hear myself to see how loud I'm being, I need all that. If it has all that, that's perfect. I didn't really look at it, I just looked at the headset itself. I'll look more into it here momentarily. As long as it's comfortable. What I'm trying to do now is get this guy... Yes, 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 yes! Motherfucker! Yeah! If you can get an extra piece, you can plug it all into the PX22 control box. Oh. Oh. So by itself, it doesn't? That's what that's for, okay. You have to move them without dropping them, obviously. Ah, so you did buy it. I guess I misread. It does have one, but only one control and a mute switch. Ah, okay. So you did buy it to connect to your PX22. I thought I misread you. Cool, okay. That's what I wanted to know, is if that was worth it. I didn't know what that really did. I just thought that was... I thought someone was buying that to connect it to, like, their console or something. Cool. I didn't know I thought your entire headset was broken. I didn't know if the box was fine still. Okay, I guess you're just your headset part. This broke. That makes sense. Still, though, I'm still curious to what people do to their things. Because I see people with, like, broken phone screens and other things, and it's just like, what do you guys do to these poor electronics? And I have had things for years and never, like, ruined them. Like, my original DS, my DS Lite, is now, like, after a few years of, after, like, having it for, like, maybe a good 7-8 years, it is now finally broken. Like, it could still play, but the screen can no longer hold up. Like, the band in between the two screens that holds the top half of it broke, so now it just won't hold up any longer. Just where the ear cubs are band snapped. Ah. Yeah, it's just like after having the DS Lite for like 10 years or however long I've had it, it's finally cracked enough to where the top screen can no longer hold in place. But then I've seen PSPs or DSs in Irving's hands, and they're broken after about 3 years. And it's just like, what do you do to the poor thing? I don't even remember how my DS started to break. And that was probably just after years of use and dropping it occasionally. But, like, the screen would have a pixelation issue, and that's about it. And it's just like, poor thing, what do you do to it? But, I don't know. It all depends. That's why I don't bring my consoles out. Because the last time I brought my freaking PSP with me, I sat on it and broke the screen and cracked it. That's why I don't bring my stuff places anymore. I was so worried when I went to California bringing my PS4 and my computer, and back home as well when I visited, I was going to break them. I took so much extra care just to take them into the airplane and everything, not to break them. That's why I don't really like carrying my expensive stuff with me, because I know they'll probably break. And I had my headset with me too. That probably also caused its issues because it was cramped in the suitcase and my backpack. I gotta be real careful whenever I travel. I don't have like a way to carry computers and my consoles safely. Especially my Switch. I really should be careful if I ever bring that with me anywhere. I did buy a screen protector for my Switch. One of those really, really good screen protectors. That is, I think, like 7 times hardness or something like that, or whatever. It can withstand rocks, apparently. So if you ever buy a Switch, there's a screen protector that you can find that has like a 7 hardness level or whatever it was. It can. I saw a video on it, and some dude was just dropping rocks onto a phone that had the same screen protector, and it did not. It cracked the screen protector, but the screen was fine. All right, Dr. Eggman. Yep. Yeah, because the screen protector, he peeled it off afterward like it was glass. He took a butter knife or something to peel off the pieces because it was all cracked. You broke your Game Boy SP sitting on it. Oh no. That's pretty much how my PSP broke, except the PSP can't close. It was... I don't think it was in my case. I could be wrong. No, it wasn't. It was in my backpack. My... Damn it! Stop. Okay. Frames? Why? It was in my backpack. In my skateboard, my Element backpack with has a little compartment at the bottom of it, and it was loose. I sat on I was at Morton, and I was sitting on my backpack for comfort because we were on the floor for some reason doing something. And I get home, and I was like, I realized when I was sitting on it, I was like, man, I should not be sitting on this spot. I get home and I pull out, and it was cracked completely. Since it was an LCD screen, the liquid behind the screen was flushing out of it, and I was like, "Fuck!" And ever since I got it repaired, if you've played it within that time frame of me getting it repaired, you probably noticed that the game, especially for side scrollers, it makes you go left. Like the buttons, I guess they didn't repair it right, and the buttons, I guess, make your character immediately go left, especially if you're playing a side scroller. So your character will just go left on their own. Yeah, it basically bled. But I took it into Play and Trade because I've had consoles. I've had consoles fixed before. Actually, the very GameCube that Irving has was the only console I've ever had returned. Like, I've ever brought in to get fixed that is still alive to this day. I don't know if Irving's destroyed it. No, normally everything I give Irving, he destroys it in some way. I mean, look at his PSP and the DSs I've given him. But it's one of the many stuff he stole from me. Like the GameCube he took from me, and I let him borrow it for a long time, and I never got it back. I ended up buying a new one. But it was the one that had the screen. It had like a little monitor on the top of it. That was the only console I turned in to get fixed. I don't remember why I needed to get that fixed, but I think it was the disc tray. I think it was the disc reader or something like that was broken on it. It would like, I don't remember. Anyway, they fixed that and it worked fine. The PSP, when I took it into Play and Trade, they messed something on the wiring and it makes my character go left. So I have not played it since because I can't. it would not be helpful for anything major games, too. I'd be afraid to play anything major like RPGs or anything that are more three-dimensional. Because back when I would play Iki Tausen, that beat-em-up fighting game, it would make my character go left out of nowhere. Alright. Oh, I had to grab an egg. And that's why I stopped going and getting consoles fixed. That was the only time, though, that I have had a console fixed or a handheld fixed. Second time. I've never gotten anything else fixed. Like with my second red ring of Xbox that I've had, I fixed that myself somehow just by letting it sit and not play it for a while, and then I got the second red rings of death. I've never turned that Xbox in. I ended up buying a whole new 360 after that, and that's the one I own now, the Slim. That's why I stopped buying the white Xbox 360s after that. And especially with your run-in with the Elite, I never even bothered to buy that. Because that's when the Slim came out, and I was like, hey, I'll try it. And then I realized the Slims have a less chance of getting red rings of death. Doesn't matter, though. I canceled my Xbox Gold subscription. I don't care. Xbox is dead to me. Until they make it fully backwards compatible with 360, I probably will never touch it again. Because my 360 is too slow and too dead for me now. The reason I got my Xbox One was to replace it and play Dead Rising, and look what happened with them. They're on the PC version works, and the Dead Rising 4 is now on PS4. My Elite had a disc tray error. I fixed it. Mine had the first red ring of death because I overplayed it with DVDs, and then I let it relax, got it again, and then it just broke permanently. I took it out back, threw it out, and then I got my third one. My PS3 broke, my original PS3, which is the same model I have now. I never had the model I bought you. I've only had the Slim model, and that one broke on me. It lost both of its capabilities of playing any DVDs and games. So both of its Blu-ray player and its normal DVD player drive broke completely. It couldn't read any games, it couldn't read anything otherwise. And I had to get a new one. That was from over years of watching anime back to back like I was. So yeah, never do that. You can watch DVDs on them, just don't do it like I used to when I used to marathon anime. Otherwise, in like 3 or 4 years, expect to lose the disk drive or the laser jet that reads discs. Even though yours wasn't that expensive, it's actually very old. I just bought the wrong model. All you got to do is buy the upscaler, and you can play old consoles. They still look like shit, but they're better than the upscaler I originally had. So if you're looking to play classic stuff like PS2 and 64 stuff, you just gotta buy the whatever it is to HDMI. Because the one I had was HDMI to component or something like that. It was reversed. It worked, it was just garbage. It still looked garbage, but I was able to play Infinite World fine. It just still looks like shit, but it still works. It works a lot better. And having played that recently, Infinite World has not held up. I don't know how we found that game to be good as kids, but god damn it. Game's not bad. The fighting fine. Just the running around segments are garbage. That's why I didn't continue. I was getting pissed off at the very first mission trying to collect these rings or whatever I had to collect. I was like, this is dumb. This game is not as good as I remember it. I'd rather go play Super GBZ. Sagas looks like poop. I bet it does. Sagas is poo. Shit. The only way I'd say we can play Sagas for a stream is if me and you are in the same room. Because I would love to co-op that with you and just make fun of that shitty-ass sandbox game. That game is so bad. But it was only fun that when me and you played it that one time and beat it. That was the only time I actually thoroughly enjoyed playing that game. Because as a kid, I enjoyed it for some reason. But playing as an adult, my god, no. The only way I'll stream that game is if I have you in the same room and me and you can physically actually stream from one of our channels and play it. God, go to hell! Pick up the egg, Piccolo. God, you're used to... Well, not you specifically, but your father is used to spitting eggs out of your mouth. Why not just hide it down your throat? Oh, hello. God. Ugh. This is so dumb. I did it fine after a few tries. Come on now. Now I'm dying again. I just wish I can kill these things. Seriously. God damn it. Oh, robot turkey. My favorite food. I can't believe that game was good enough to get a release onto the GameCube years later, and then Xbox of all things. How did it get multiple releases? It must have been a late game in the PS2 lifespan to the point where it can get a release on both GameCube and Xbox. I know Tenkaichi 2? Was it Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 2 or Tenkaichi 3 that got a Wii release years later? That game was good enough to warrant that, but Sagas? Was it I think it was the Xbox version that had the cutscenes to begin with. I don't think the PS2 and GameCube one had cutscenes. I know the Xbox one had those, like, anime cutscenes. I just don't understand how that game warranted getting on multiple consoles. The GameCube one as well? Huh. I only played the PS2 and Xbox one. Mainly the Xbox one. I didn't remember if the GameCube one had it. God damn it. Because that... And yeah, it was 10-2. That's what I thought. I thought it was Tenkaichi 2. But that game was good enough to warrant that years later. I'm surprised they haven't released another HD remake for modern consoles of Tenkaichi's series yet. The reason why the classics got them is because they're classics. Tenkaichi are classics, but they're actually far better than Budokai in my opinion. I mean, the Wii version was alright. The game was good, just the Wii was garbage. Not a big fan of motion controls. That's why the Wii died to me. God, your hitbox can go straight up Piccolo's ass. So can you dick of an orange tiger. Special beam cannon your ass. God, this is really pissing me off. It wasn't this hard as a kid. Hello. Oh. I keep getting caught on terrain. I'm gonna lose all my characters. Time for me to carry some eggs. Come on, Vegeta, let's go. Prince of Sand reduced to carrying eggs. How dare he? Mother... Fuck you. Come here. can't get around him without getting hit. Okay, yeah, I can't be up at the top. Being at the top is not good. I gotta be near the bottom. But I keep getting caught on terrain regardless. That's what's getting me hit. Come here. Come here. No. That time it wasn't terrain. Can we, like, pick up the egg right away, please? These game developers, man. Hit me! I didn't even mean to go Super Saiyan. That's not what I meant. Oh, god damn it! If I could have just gotten around him, I would have made it. God! I was not even caught on terrain. God, I wouldn't have made it anyway. I wouldn't have made that anyway. Wonder. Would this make a split of difference? That's how fucking pissed off I am. I'm about to internally go Super Saiyan on this stupid part. Forcing myself to go Super Saiyan just to complete this damn quest. That actually helped. I don't think I've ever forced myself to have to ever go Super Saiyan for this part. My god, the speed! I reverted right at the bottom. And of course the screen cutscene, the screen transition prevented me from actually dropping out of it. But yeah, the Super Saiyan transition speed increase actually helped so much for that. Jesus. I love how the screen transition prevented me from dropping out of Super Saiyan, even though technically before I even went down to the screen transition, I dropped out of Super Saiyan to begin with. Fuck off. I did it. Goodbye. Now I'm gonna die here. That'd be hilarious. And piss me off. Good thing I saved after that. Okay, you guys go fucking hell now. Wow. They almost murdered me just by freaking trying to do this part. All my characters are wounded. Come back, Gohan. You're the one who actually needs the training right now. Oh, okay. I forgot that. Yes, you rejuvenate health over time. Oh, God, that took so long that Gohan actually has full health back. I forgot that being in a safe spot actually rejuvenates their health over time. Yes, I finally made it. Because I had to go Super Saiyan for that part. Piccolo doesn't have his transformation yet, and nor does Gohan. Except Gohan's able to almost get into his door soon here. I trained Gohan all the way up from like level 14. So I trained him about 10 levels here. Back when like 14 here would have actually got me killed in probably about a good 5-6 hits from half the enemies here. And I managed to somehow survive. I did not die, actually, at all. Wow. even with Gohan being such a low level, this is the current part I'm at right now, and I did not die at all. I got very lucky. I came close to dying several times by enemies and Gero. The parts where you gotta face Gero and send him off. He almost killed me a couple of times. Fuck you guys. Fuck off, red ribbon bitch. Alright, we gotta go over to the Gohan door over there. That's a Goku door I can't access because I don't have Goku! I don't have Kakarot. Goku. Goku. If they make a Legacy of Goku bundle for the Switch, which I would prefer over the Wii U now, they need to add Goku. Which I know it's just a fun thing that was in Tenkaichi, but they need to add that into Legacy of Goku 3, or Boost Fury rather. Ow, ow! But that's not gonna happen, because I don't even think Hercule's playable in Boost Fury. No, he's not. And that wasn't even a concept thought of until the Boo arc anyway. That Goku was like thinking of fusing with Dende or Hercule, so Legacy of Goku 2 wouldn't even have that. Yes. Where am I going? Oh. Well, I don't want to go that way yet. Oh, hello. Go away. Ah! Trees, please. Squirrels! I don't know why they took out me killing squirrels in this game. I love how the first game is you purely destroying wildlife. This game is you destroying actual enemies. Filler enemies, nonetheless, but actual makes sense why they're bad, because they're taken over by Garlic Jr.'s Blackwater Mist, but in the first game, you were just taking out anything that was in the area. Wildlife, mostly. Aside from Frieza's henchmen on Namek. It just kind of felt weird. I mean, yeah, you're taking out wildlife here, but there's a reason for it now. The first game just had you fighting wildlife for the hell of it. For no reason whatsoever, just to pan out enemies and give you things to fight. What doesn't make sense to me here, though, is why no one else is taken over. I know during the Garlic Jr. arc, everyone that wasn't a major character was taken over by the Blackwater Mist. That includes all the humans as well, like Yamcha and them. Ooh, Piccolo needs to be level 30. So why aren't any human beings taken over? And I love it how the Blackwater Mist runs throughout the entire freaking game. While by this point, Garlic Jr. is gone. He's filler right before Trunks comes in. I don't know. It's to pan out the game, I understand. Go away, you rattlesnake. Go away, Ekans. Ekans. Dog. Why my dogs bark? Whack. Ooh, a golden capsule. Ah, wild Poombas. It means no worries for the rest of their days. It's your problem free. The games always get something wrong. I know, it's to pad out the game, and it's to make it longer and give you enemies to fight. I mean, Legacy, or Attack of the Saiyans, oh hi! Black Boars. Attack of the Saiyans had you go to areas that, you know, in the franchise, Goku and them never visited. Some areas. they visited throughout in Dragon Ball. There was areas you go to that Goku visited in Dragon Ball. There was areas that you actually do go to and throughout the series, like in the desert where he's training Gohan, and then he goes and meets that robot. I know that and stuff like that, but there's a lot of areas that you don't actually go to throughout the game, or that they never visited throughout the series. Like in the beginning, when you recruit Tien, he's in that area where he has to rescue Chaozu, and then he learns the containment wave. That area was never a thing. You going to Mutaito's training ground towards the end, which is where I grind to 99, that is not a thing. Stuff like that. Like you go to Red Ribbon Army's base, you go to Muscle Tower, you go to the underground area, the the area under the water where Goku fought Blue, and all that. Where you fight the octopus boss. That's all in Dragon Ball. Pilaf's castle. That's all in Dragon Ball. But then you also go to areas that was never in the show to begin with. That was just panned out filler. Because the game does take place at the end of Dragon Ball. It makes sense that you'll have Mount Kiwi and the Kiwi Volcano. You'll have Mount Five Elements and all those places. It's weird. They added in things to add in filler to make the game longer than it was. Otherwise, the game would have been ridiculously short. I think there's two reasons why the game never got a sequel. One, it didn't sell well enough in the States, and two, would have probably gone up to Frieza. What would they have done to pan out the game longer from when Goku's recovering into the hospital and you're on your way to Namek? You would go and meet up with those kids on that spaceship. You probably would have a moment where you're fighting children on a spaceship. Then you would have gone to the fake planet Namek, and then they would have gone to Namek, and you would have fought a bunch of Frieza soldiers saving Namekians. But how would they have panned out Namek? The game would have been ridiculously short, because shortly after that, they meet up with Zarbon, they have to fly away from Vegeta, they have to go and get Dende, they have to get the Dragon Balls, then they end up getting their powers from Guru, then they end up making the wish to bring everyone back to life, or whatever, bring Piccolo back, and then they have the fight with Frieza, and then Vegeta dies. I just kind of skipped out the whole Ginyu bit. The whole fight with Ginyus, then that leads up to that. And all that. The game would have been ridiculously short. That's my reasoning, probably why. Because then, Goku would have landed, they would have fought the Ginyu Force. Goku would have gotten his body swapped. You would have had to fight Ginyu Goku, and then Goku would have had to recover after Vegeta beat the crap out of him. And then the whole scene with Vegeta dying against Frieza, and then the fight with Frieza, Krillin dies, Goku goes Super Saiyan, and then what? They would have had a scene with Goku on Yardrat? I don't know. If it would have gone up to Cell, I can understand the game being padded out, because then it would go on Goku from Yardrat, and then Goku coming down after Trunks kills Frieza. If you actually took control of Trunks for that part, would have been awesome. And then it would have gone up from there to the androids. Then you would have had the whole interim with Piccolo fighting Android 17 that led up to Cell becoming semi-perfect. I just cut out the whole part with Piccolo versus Cell, but you know where I'm going with this. The only way for the second game would have been better is if it went up to Cell games. Otherwise, the whole game going from Attack of the Saiyans after Vegeta's defeat up to Frieza, it would have been ridiculously shorter. Just because what could they have done to pad out Namek? Nothing. Yeah. I mean, look how short Legacy of Goku 1 was. I beat it in one stream, in 4 hours. Look how long it's taken me to do this. Like, of course this was going to take maybe 5 or 6 streams at most, but this game's a lot bigger. There's more side quests to do. There's actual optional stuff like the golden capsules and unlocking Hercule, and the third game has you like locating statues and things, and unlocking all the fusions and everything. And even the levels are even bigger. You go up to 200, and then you face like Broly and Janemba and everything. And even then, there's not much padding. There's some padding, like you going to areas that are not in, that you never visit in Z. Like, you go to Pilaf's castle, you go to this land of ninjas or whatever in Boost Fury, you go to where you face Broly that they do in the movie on the volcano, and then you go to hell and fight Janemba. It's an awesome padding, because they actually add in some movies. But it makes sense. They would have pulled shit out of their ass for the Wrath of Frieza, or whatever the game would have been called, if they wanted to continue the same aesthetic as the Attack of the Saiyans. His Wrath of Frieza would have been accurate, because he's technically upset with Vegeta going off to Earth on his own to begin with, which is what led him to Namek. And then it would have led up to Vegeta betraying Frieza. Speaking of Frieza. Oh boy. So I think Frieza's involvement in this new movie is to control Broly to fight Vegeta and Goku. Even though he promised Beerus and Whis that he would not do any more harm and cause any more issues, otherwise he would be destroyed. I think he either found Broly in space, who... He said it in the trailer that he wants revenge. Broly was revived when 17 made the wish. He must have went to a different universe, which is why he would have said that. Somehow, I don't know. And then he was revived, and now he wants revenge. Why he wants revenge, I don't know. Maybe he has the same aesthetic as he did in the previous movies, where he just wants revenge on... maybe not so much Goku, but he wants revenge on Vegeta because of what he cast him out. He tried to kill both him and his father. Or Paragus, seeing as he's in the movie. He's trying to control Broly's... His hatred for Vegeta and his father's family line is because he tried to cast them out and kill them. He wants to take Broly and control him like he did in the first movie, and he wants to use that as his hatred against Vegeta, which is better than him hating Goku. And as you can see, Broly still has some sort of mind control, and Frieza found him in space, somehow like maybe injured or revived, and he saw that they wanted revenge on Vegeta or whatever, and he's like, okay, fine, I'll take you under my wing. And that's when they come down in the Frieza spaceship, and he ends up fighting against them. And I think Broly's going to lose control, and then Frieza's going to have to step in on their side. I don't think Frieza's going to have any control over Broly, because at this point, if Broly is strong enough to not only have UI and to be the progenitor of it, Frieza stands no chance. So Frieza's either going to somehow be on their side, I think, in the end of this movie. That's my theory. But yes, I think Broly somehow went to a different universe, because in the movie, he states that he wants revenge and he was revived. He knows, I think in the trailer he mentions that he knows about Zeno or something like that, if I recall correctly. He was revived at the after the Tournament of Power Arcs events, and he wants revenge. And this is before I knew it was Broly, because it looks nothing like him. Now that I know it's him, I cannot unsee that it is him. Because he even states, if you watch the trailer, that, oh, you have UI. I'm the one who created it. I'm just like, motherfucker, Broly UI. Of course they are. Fucking milking that shit. He could have went to Universe 6. I was talking to Tyrus Bane about it, and he mentioned his theory is that he went to Universe 6. And that Kale could have some sort of inkling to him, hence why she looks like him. It's all speculation. We won't know until the movie comes out. I really doubt that. I know Kale's appearance is only because of Broly's popularity to begin with. I'm not going to go so far as to say that somehow Broly has had a kid. Who the fuck would marry that guy? And how the hell would he want to settle down to begin with? How would he even know what that is? I mean, someone had to marry Paragus, or at least give birth to Broly somehow. Now. Now we got into a DBZ rant. Is that all that was up there, or was this a capsule? we gotta get you to 30. Shit! Ow! 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 I. Shit, 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 shit. Shit, shit. Motherfucker! Whoo, motherfucker. That's why he's angry. Probably. It's because no one wants to marry him. I mean, look at the guy. I know they're changing up his design and his origins, but he might keep the same premise of being a mind-controlled zombie who just wants revenge, but he might not have it, his hatred for Goku, which would be great. His original intent should be against Vegeta to begin with. There was a scene where he went out against Vegeta, but it might not be for his hatred for him, it might just be because he's there. But he might have told Frieza, hey, I have a vendetta against King Vegeta. And Frieza might take advantage of this. He may not know that Vegeta is the one who destroyed his planet. Even though in the original movie, Paragus knew all about that. And he takes them to Earth where they reside, and he ends up fighting against Goku and Vegeta. And Frieza either helps, or later gets Broly against... Somehow Broly turns against him too due to his lost rage, and Frieza ends up joining in and helping. Which... I don't think Frieza's going to be a bad guy in this movie. Honestly, I think Frieza had some development. Frieza, while not as much as Vegeta, Frieza had a lot of character development throughout the Tournament of Power arc. When the Tournament of Power, before that even began, Resurrection F, Frieza trained for 4 months to go against Goku and Vegeta. Mainly Goku. He was killed again and then revived, or brought back to life for one day. He agreed to this as long as he would be revived. He was full well, could have easily have taken out Goku, but he knew full well that if he did, he would have lost. He gave his power to him, he toyed with his enemies, and then teamed up with Goku. While most people Goku fights alongside with have Goku alone has trouble fighting with people that he teams up with. I mean, look at when him and Vegeta teamed up against Jiren. They didn't really fight together. Him and Frieza had an epic tag team. Frieza did not seem to hesitant whatsoever to team up with him. Even when he was debating against 17, he's like, don't tell me what to do. He knew full well what to do with him. He even stated, throw me. Like, he was very, very helpful and knew what he was doing. He's very smart. He had a lot of character development throughout those movies. So I think Frieza divulged into an anti-hero, anti-villain. He's not even an anti-villain. He's not even an anti-hero. He's more of an anti-villain. But he's evolved in ways where I don't think he's a villain any longer. This is something that I feared back when Frieza came back to begin with. This is why I hated it. Because there's no way I can picture Frieza being a good character. Which he's not. It's just, I don't think Frieza's as bad as he was. And honestly, my thoughts on that is, I'm not upset about it. Not as I thought I was going to be. I'm actually kind of happy. I'm starting to like Frieza as a character, which is something I never expected. All my life, I hated him. He still is the most evil of villain. Like, he goes around just killing because he is a tyrant and he's evil. But unlike Cell and Boo, Frieza is actually one of the best villains there is. Boo goes around killing because he's just a child who doesn't know better. Cell did nothing. Out of any villain, Cell literally did nothing. Yes, he's destroyed hundreds of people and sucked them out of their clothes and shit. Boo destroyed civilizations, which is why Universe 7 literally had one of the lowest power level rankings in Zeno's power lists, because they literally had no planets. Frieza did the same. He conquered planets and destroyed whatever he didn't need, and he deemed useless. And now Frieza's stronger than Boo. So, yeah. it's funny that Frieza was once warned not to mess with guys like Beerus and Majin Buu, and now he's far stronger than Buu, and he knows that the gods who are like friends with Goku and them will easily let their guard down, and if Frieza's plans carefully, he can overthrow them. If any candidate is the best, if any candidate is suited for the God of Destruction role, it's Frieza. Everyone is, you know, so eager to pick Vegeta, but I don't think Vegeta is suited for that. He has the pride of it, but if anyone is suited for that role, it's Frieza. At least he won't be at least he won't have a hit on his head for it. He can go around killing for a job. And he probably will get bored of it. He won't have a real reason to rule. It'll be his lifeline, his lifetime, which is something that Frieza might not like after a while, but at least it'll give him to do something as a job versus just doing it because he's an asshole. Out of all that, though, Frieza is the best villain for that reason, though. He's the only villain that actually did something. May not have permanently blew up Earth, but he's the second villain to do so. He also tricked Goku multiple times. Almost Goku freaking got shot in by a ray gun, of all things. All because Frieza's planning and cunnery. Because Goku's a fucking idiot. And no matter how many times he gets warned, hey, you're too good. Make sure you finish off your opponents while you have a chance. It would be cool if Jiren came in and helped. Yeah, it would be. But how would Jiren know? Also, it would be cool if Jiren actually had some character development instead of just being a useless zombie most of the time, or a voiceless zombie. Like half that Tournament of Power, he was just a typical, meh, you're too weak villain. One of those typical villains who just was just. That's why I didn't care for Jiren. Like, it wasn't really towards the end, and Jiren started to get some character that I still don't really care for him. It wasn't really until he lost against Goku that I was like, oh, well, Jiren's a typical misunderstood character who's actually not bad. But he almost turned to a villain when he tried to destroy Goku's friends just to get a rise out of him. And I was like, okay, Jiren, you're turning into another freaking asshole. This is why I don't like you. One, you started off as just another overall badass who was just too strong that they didn't give you any personality, and then they started to, and they gave you a predictable backstory, and then you just became an asshole just to get a rise out of Goku, and look what happened. Goku kicked your fucking ass. I mean, it didn't amount to much, but you pissed him off, and Goku showed you that it's wrong to do that. Same reason why Goku went Super Saiyan to begin with, is because Frieza pissed him off. Don't do that. It's what TFS called the Goku button. I mean, that's more or less pertains to Vegeta, but still. You pushed the Goku button. You don't do that. He even straight up abandoned, almost abandoned his own rules of morality towards the end. Like, he gave up on Toppo because he gave up his prideness and everything to become a god of destruction, whatever, briefly, and then lost to Vegeta. And then Jiren gave up on him for a brief moment until Toppo was like, no, we never gave up on you. We believed in you. And it's just like... And then you almost go and do the same fucking thing. Yeah, no. That's the main reason. Jiren as a character right now is kind of like Kale. Like, while he doesn't have as much hype, which is why he's not liked as much, Kale's probably a little bit liked more among the Broly fans, but Jiren literally has no character development, much less than Kale does. And he's just useless. Like, he's strong, but unless they make him come back in some ways of being useful, he's just not going to have any growth, and he's going to be useless as a final villain arc. He's not even a villain. More or less just a boss that Goku overcame. Barely. Barely. Like, I don't even consider Goku overcoming him. Goku had help, like usual. If it wasn't for Frieza and 17, Goku would have lost. There's no way we can't say that Goku could have won that fight, because there's no way in hell Goku alone would have won. Goku was long out of power, especially once the freaking UI back turned on him and caused him to revert. He needed 17 and Frieza to help him. He even absorbed a brief amount of power from Vegeta too. Like, yeah, Goku would have lost. I mean, of course he didn't, but he would have. I think, honestly though, I think Goku would have lost in most of his fights he would have gotten into anyway. It's just, he always somehow manages to pull powder out of his ass. Powder, not power, not powder. But this time it wasn't enough. That's okay. The only person who beat Goku twice to this day is Vegeta. Everyone else Goku managed to beat. I mean, yes, Cell was beaten by Gohan, but if it wasn't for Goku, Gohan would have lost and given up. Goku beat every other villain up to this point on his own, to an extent, except for Vegeta. Vegeta had Goku out long before he was beaten by Gohan and crushed. He had him beat while it was dirty and kind of sneakish. He managed to knock Goku out and stole a senzu bean to go blow himself up. Still beat him twice to this day. And everyone considers Vegeta losing to Goku. Yes, Vegeta lost to Goku in the war, but not in the fight. At the end of the day, Goku beat him in the war, but not the actual fight itself. Because if you want to look back on it, who actually beat Vegeta? It was Gohan. He crushed him. Vegeta cut the tail on him on the wrong side of him and got crushed. Goku could have beaten Vegeta in their second squabble, but he didn't go SS3. But does that matter? No. Because he didn't. What matters is what happened then and then. Doesn't matter what kind of power you have. Even if it would have drained your energy, he still lost. Goku still technically would have lost to Frieza, too. If it wasn't for the reverse time. He was shot through a ray gun, Vegeta stepped in briefly, and Vegeta would have killed Frieza. If Frieza didn't blow up the planet, Vegeta would have taken the kill. Goku only got that kill because of Whis. Goku would have lost. Goku lost against Frieza, technically, as well. Because look who was winning during most of that fight. It was Frieza. Until Goku found that Frieza's weakness was his golden form was draining his energy. Frieza would have won if Frieza wasn't a cocky fool, like most villains. And then when Frieza came back for his 24 hours to fight in the Tournament of Power, Goku and Frieza knocked each other out. It was an even fight for that moment. I can go on. Damn Hawks. Sorry for everyone who's probably tired of me going on and on. I can go on. It's the truth, though. Where are you going, boar? Indeed he is. For a little bit. How long you chilling for? I wanted to hear this. I'm just glad that your Prime resub showed up this time. Also, because I got a YouTube subscription earlier today, and that didn't show up in my Streamlabs. It feels very weird. Sometimes Streamlabs works, and sometimes it doesn't. Speaking of Goku, I just been wanting to hear this. This goes well with this game. Ow! Getting my butt kicked. One thing I hate about this song is how it begins, but I love when it gets going. Saturdays are my day to relax and do whatever. Sweet. Alright, well, yeah, I plan on playing for a little while. I know I haven't progressed much, that's why. God, Piccolo, you're weak. It might just be the boars I'm fighting, but goddamn, they're not giving me much experience either. But I need to get him to 30. That. Even though it's very low. I have to turn it up because of how low this actually is. I need to find a better version of this song. It is very low. Even near full blast on my headset, it's barely like peaking. It's not even hurting my ears. Otherwise, once this song ends, I'm gonna have to turn it down before it starts to blast in my head. That's how low this song is. In order for me to hear it on my phone, I have to have my phone at full blast. Someone did a bad job. And I got a bad copy. So what happens when I pirate? I gotta download the rest of Super tracks. I need that one boogie song that Bulma's ending. Yeah. Look how much louder this song is. I gotta turn it down for it so it doesn't peak. Come on, guys. Let me turn down the song. Now it's too loud. I'm very grateful for all the support that you've given with your resubs, though. Thank you. But, yeah. You plan on resubbing well over a year? I've been streaming for, what, 3 years now? If you're almost at 8, well, if you're almost there at 5 months, and 12 months is a year. Ugh. That means I've been streaming for several years now. If you want to count when I streamed back with DMC, and even then when I restarted, because I restarted after that with Pokemon Uranium, which DMC was on this account, my Pokemon Uranium stream was on a different Twitch account for some reason. And I didn't have those videos archived, which is why I haven't able to save them. But if you want to count that, then I've been over streaming for about 3 years. If you want to count back when I streamed Phantasy Star Blue Burst and PSO2, if you want to go check out my Phantasy Star playlist on YouTube, those are like my very first time streaming back when I was living in Illinois. Those videos are bad. Bad quality, stuttering and drop frames left and right, back when I didn't even know about dropping frames and any of that. They're on my YouTube channel, you can go watch them, but they're very bad. And even then, I didn't have a headset, so it was the same way when I would record via like my built-in laptop microphone. God, you can even go watch some of my older YouTube videos and see how much I've progressed as a content creator in general. Watching like my early days of Dragon Ball, Attack of the Saiyans. I remember back when I would begin an episode and be like, welcome, Lil B back again. Here's what I did last time, and I would talk for like 10 minutes about what I did last time. It's just like, Jesus, shut the fuck up. Ugh. Those are the days. Back when I was terrible. Even then, I didn't find myself all that great as a YouTuber, but God, I felt like I was so annoying. And every video started off with a because that was my built-in speakers. And back then, I didn't edit. It was all raw footage. No, turkey. Boar meat. Come here. Come here. Get over here. If only I can use that. Stretchy arm attack. I'd say in a little bit I'll probably move on to Mega Man, if that's alright. I'll probably progress for a little bit and then move on to some Mega Man X collection. Ow. Or something. Or maybe something else. We'll see. Whatever you guys would like. Mega Man X is cool, or I can stream something else. It is retrospective. I can do whatever the hell. Freedom Friday and retrospective allows me to play whatever I want. Just retrospective is akin to just older games, though. Freedom Friday, I can play technically whatever I want. It was mainly a platform for SNES and Genesis titles, but I kind of evolved into whatever I wanted, retro-wise. But Freedom Friday is not limited to just retro. I can do whatever. I kind of changed that. Retrospective Saturday, which was originally Thursday and Tuesdays, is basically just whatever retro. I want to look into more PS1 games. Too bad I had to cancel my subscription to the Video Game Monthly. Hey, if you want to get some classic old games, though, look into Video Game Monthly. You can choose what platforms you get games from, and you get... It's kind of like the thing that I was getting for, you know, Loot Crate, except I was getting anime Loot Crate, but it's kind of like that, but for video games. And you can choose what game platforms you get your stuff on. And I was getting Genesis, SNES, PS1, and stuff like that. And I got a bunch of good games. Bunch of games I've never even heard of. Hell, I even got the entire collection of Final Fantasy's PS1 titles. And some came with the jewel case and all. Not the Final Fantasies, those came in a bag. But I got Legend of Dragoon with its fucking case. Which is insane. I even got Metal Gear Solid 1. Which I already own on the PS3. So yeah, what game would you be down for after this? So I can play whatever. It can even be PS1 stuff. Hell, I can even stream Pokemon. Just get some old school Pokemon going. I was thinking about restarting my red or yellow playthrough on my 3DS. I can always just play that. And just bring that into the mix after Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku 2. So I've been breeding in Alpha Sapphire to complete my Pokedex on that, so I can get all my Pokemon are on that from X and Y. All my Pokemon are on Alpha Sapphire. My Omega Ruby is completed. I just gotta complete that to get my Pokedex, because I'm trying to complete every Pokemon game. It's a long mission, but I plan on doing it. Aside from the legendaries, because the older games, in order for me to get the legendaries on those, I would have to cheat. I can get them on the new ones. I can either buy them offline, like I did recently, because some of the events are over, so I just go online and buy them for like a couple dollars. Or I bought the old like event carts, which I did recently. I bought 2 event carts for Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I bought them for like $100. It's really awesome. So I can basically get infinite shiny legendary beasts from Heart Gold Soul Silver event, and I think the other ones are the Giratina, Dialga, and Palkia event. So I have infinite of those. So if we're ever in person, I can always trade you those, or get you those from the event cart, instead of having to, like, the ones that you go to GameStop for. I have those permanently, which is interesting. I'm trying to look into buying all of them, if I could find them. Only if they have multiple Pokemon on a cart. I'm not buying $100 cart for one damn Pokemon. Because one cart alone has 4 Pokemon on it. Legendary Beasts and Celebi. The other one has 3, I think. I would have to find out what it is. Because the guy that sent me the second cart didn't give me what dates those Pokemon ran from, so I have to look it up. The other one came with the little paper telling me what dates to set my DS time to. And what days... or what dates to set the time to, and for what Pokemon. So it was very nice of him. Nice. Yep. I also just bought today. I just bought me a shiny 2 shiny Mews offline for $2 a piece. That's $4, and then I bought a shiny Jirachi. I'm trying to get most of the Pokemon I have shiny, especially the legendaries, because a lot of the ones that I have that are legendary, some are RNG'd, those are fine, but there's a few that I have that I actually cheated to turn shiny, so I want to get rid of those, because it just bothers me now that I have them. Mewtwo, Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos. A lot of them are RNG'd shinies, like Lugia, Ho-Oh, Mewtwo, Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos. All those guys. Ground and Rayquaza, Kyogre. I RNG'd them shiny. They're legit. Those are all on YouTube. Me catching them. Alright, Piccolo's door was actually right here. God, Piccolo, once you transform, you're probably going to be a lot better, but goddamn, you're weak! It might just be the enemies here. You're not really all that weak, because I was destroying when I was in the last area I was in. Actually, yeah, your power is on par with Vegeta's strength. Oh! Gohan's the strongest. Go figure. Not for long. Well. He will surpass everyone eventually anyway. I don't even know it's a game. Gohan technically may not be. It depends also how I dump these stupid capsules into. Bah! Oh! Hello, Moto. Red Ribbon Army bot. Ah! I can't even see you. The giant robot bears the insignia of the Red Ribbon Army. Scanning indicates that this robot was designed for military purposes. The thick germantium armor on the robot makes it invulnerable to most conventional attacks. This robot was never part of the Red Ribbon Army. He was actually a freaking pirate robot. The one that Goku fought in the subterranean caverns where he fought Blue, that thing was not part of the Red Ribbon Army. That was actually a pirate robot. Well, why pirates had technology? Dragon Ball. Huh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Special beam cannon. Yep, pirate. Yeah, he's not part of the Red Ribbon Army at all. Never was. It's the same robot. It's the ones that you face in the Attack of the Saiyans, too. When you go under the ground and the main boss is that octopus, you can occasionally fight a couple robots, and you need to catch them for the rice cooker, for the stupid side quest thing. I've been traveling to Earth. I like it here. All the fresh air and pine smell, but it's about time I went home to my people. No wonder I need to go in there for Piccolo. With Piccolo. No wonder. That makes sense now. Alright. Oh yeah, there's that. Alright. Dragon Ball logic. Live with dinosaurs but have vehicles that fly. Yeah, I know. Live with yeah, they drive, like Goku and them drive, but yet, or Goku can drive, but yet they can fly. Also, why doesn't Chi-Chi have her fucking license when she was shown to have driven before? And yet she doesn't just ask any of her kids to help her with groceries. There's a lot of times where she's shown with groceries, and the reason why she made Goku get a license to begin with, she had to freaking walk home with groceries, and funnily enough, she was chased by a boar on her way home. And instead of literally having her own son and husband freaking, fly her home or whatever, or go grocery shopping with her, I don't know, but that was the main reason why Goku had to get a car. Piccolo was just dragged into it. Goku can also instant transmission, yes. But, yeah. It's Dragon Ball. They need to freaking make filler. And they gave us one of the weirdest fillers, Goku and Piccolo driving. Plus, TFS would not be able to give us such gold mines of episodes as Let's Drive Cars! Love that episode. I didn't even mean to transform to Super Saiyan. Boom! Now we get to see how strong Vegeta is compared to everyone else right now. Bah! 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 He can teleport Chi-Chi to any store anywhere and be back in no time. I know he could. He just needs to sense it. He just needs to sense where the people are at the store. Gohan can also help. Gohan's, you know, much nicer than that. I know he's not always busy training. I mean, he was during that brief 3 years during the androids, before the androids came in, but he's not. He's nicer than that. He's, you know, he's not an asshole like Goku is. Hell, even Vegeta was nice enough to keep his promise and take Trunks to the fucking park in Super, which was several years after the events of that happening. While he reluctantly wasn't all that happy, because he was still kind of grumpy at that point, but he still treats Bulma with much more respect than Goku does Chi-Chi. And there's so much I can go on and on about Goku's issues. He literally fucking stated in both the anime and the manga, while they're both different dialogues, he still freaking flat out straight up told Vegeta the reason why he offered to give Bulma up to the Elder Kai to kiss is because he says that Chi-Chi is not as pretty as Bulma, the anime. And he stated that Bulma has bigger breasts in the manga. Straight up dissing your own fucking wife. I mean, I'm sure Goku would never have married Chi-Chi at all. He probably would never have married at all. He did not know what marriage was. He thought it was a food. And yet, at the end of their match in the tournament before he fought Piccolo, he literally proposed. Only because, I guess, Chi-Chi was hounding him about it. But still, like, he still was an asshole. If Goku would have been like, I know. Well, no, I think he still would have been pissed. He would have been pissed off. Probably not as pissed as Vegeta, but he would have definitely been pissed off. Because if you remember in the Goku Black arc, when Goku Black told Goku and that he killed off him in the past, and then took his body. And then he killed off Chi-Chi and Goten. He was very pissed. But there's a lot of times where Vegeta gets very upset when Bulma or Trunks gets harmed. And Goku doesn't care as much. He only really seems to care about that when his wife and family are in danger. But Vegeta seeing Bulma get slapped enabled him to get a nice punch into Virus' face, while Super Saiyan 3 Goku could not even lay a scratch on him. Yeah, Vegeta's a lot better character. Hell, Goku doesn't even know what kissing is, and Vegeta does. I know Vegeta has a family lineage of bloodline. Now you need to poke him over his... Thank you, Doomgape. Welcome to the stream, my dude. He would have had to broke over him. He does care about Chi-Chi a lot, yes. It's just he shows it more when they're about to die or something. Like when he's more of a family man, Goku does not know crap. Yes, like when it comes to family matters, he doesn't seem to care at all. When it comes to like, oh my god, you killed my wife and kid, to Goku Black and Zamasu, like, he was very pissed off. But when it comes to Vegeta, he seems, while he's very angry most of the time, he secretly, deep down, is very happy about it. He just doesn't like during the part in the beginning of Super, when he took Trunks out to the park or the carnival, he was very upset because he's just a cranky dude, but he also hates being around all those people. He's not happy with that. That's what pissed him off the most. But deep down, he was actually very happy. He saw how happy Bulma was. Bulma knows this. He's just not a very happy man being around all these people. And that's what made Vegeta upset, really. But, like, would Goku get as pissed off for seeing Chi-Chi get smacked? Probably not. He would get upset, but I doubt it would push him over the edge. Get Vegeta drunk. That too! Vegeta did an entire bingo dance, putting his pride on the line. For what? To stop Beerus from blowing up his, not only the planet, but his family. Would Vegeta do that? Any other reason? No. Hell no. Would Goku do that? No. No, he would not. You may have defeated my robots, but I'll never let you get the last generator. Ow. You transformed me! How dare you! Ow. Give me that rock chicken. Ow, I'm gonna die. Get stuck on geometry, bitch. Goku is a bit dumb. He does have moments where he shows he cares. Oh, I know he does. A lot. He also has moments where he just doesn't know crap about the real world. It makes sense because he's a country bumpkin. Vegeta has more of that compassion because he has that family lineage where his father had, you know, a wife that you never see, and he had Vegeta as a kid. Like Saiyans of the lower bloodline don't seem to show love and compassion, which is like Bardock in his initial movie. He didn't seem to give a fuck about Goku and Raditz. And it wasn't until Dragon Ball Minus that you saw the kind and compassion that Bardock has, which is a retcon. Not really a retcon because it's Akira Toriyama recreating Bardock in his own way because he actually really loved Bardock's character, but that's not how Bardock was. Bardock was a badass who did not give a flying fuck. He showed a lot of training with Gohan, yes. But he wanted to because of the necessity of saving Earth. Would he actually have cared? He doesn't show a lot of caring when it comes to Gohan's personal stuff, though, aside from maybe Pan. Like, when he went to go see Gohan's movie of the Great Saiyaman, like, I understand the movie was boring, but Goku did not seem to give what a flying fuck whatsoever. I don't know. I'm just saying, Goku, when it comes to their personal stuff, Goku doesn't care. When it comes to stuff that interests him, though, and endangers the people that he cares about, then it starts to matter to him. When it comes to the personal stuff of his family and loved ones, he doesn't give a fuck. Does he care that Chi-Chi nearly died bringing home groceries? No. I'm sure he does, but he did not show an ounce of caring and compassion. All he wants to do is eat. All he wants to do is train. Like, I get it, that's who he is. But come on now. Like, in GT, if you remember, the scene where... Do you remember the scene in GT where Bola was being hit on by a bunch of dudes driving? What happened? Vegeta broke their steering wheel off and blew them up. Case in point. They were hitting on his daughter. A lot what Goku grew up with was that. Yes, Goku grew up in a rural area where Grandpa Gohan trained him, and he did not know anything of the outside world. He's not very bright when it comes to the real world. He was not smart, you know. No, he did not have a role model either. He didn't actually know the difference between male and female either. You may have beaten me. You'll never get to my 11 tab. Once I activate Android 17, you'll pay dearly. Yeah, he didn't know what male and females were. He didn't know any of that. He didn't know much about marriage. He didn't even know in Super. He even admitted in Super that he didn't even know what kissing was. Like when Trunks when Trunks was giving mouth to Mai, he was like, "What are you doing?" Da da da. He's like, and then Vegeta was looking at him with a face palm. I was like, "The fuck?" That's a whole different character to him. A perv taught him, it's true. But Roshi's maybe a pervert, but he's very smart. Oh my god, can I get my chicken, please? They're guarding it. They want it. They want the chicken. Can I have my chicken? Oh my god. Fuck off. Shame GT tried to retcon stuff and failed. Well, they couldn't have retconned much because it's all made by the Funimation. It's all made not by Funimation. It's all made by Akira's company, Toei Animation, and also it was anime only. It wasn't like it was gonna be. It's not like it was canonized. So they could have retconned things, but it would have not mattered. Not like how Super's retconned everything where it actually matters because it's actual canon. It may be... Super may be made by Toei, the anime, which came first, and then the manga is created by Toyotaro, the guy who came up with AF. And it's supervised by Akira Toriyama. Not actually drawn by him, but supervised. But Akira's giving his inkling on it and coming up with the character designs, hence Broly's new design and everything. He still isn't the one behind it all now. It's all Toyotaro who's coming up with all the story and everything, which is why the story from the manga differs greatly to Super's anime. Because they're two different people. One is the company and the other is this guy. So yeah, like... retconning in Super's case is a total different matter. Like, when they bring up Oob in the end, what's gonna happen? They gotta explain how Goku and Vegeta are vastly more stronger than they were back when Oob was first around. Like, that is an entire retcon, like, you know, stuff like that. Frieza having coming back multiple times is already a retcon, stuff like that. Like, GT trying to retcon things, yeah, that's... yeah, it's GT. They also wanted to bring back that popularity and that child friendliness that Dragon Ball had, which is why Goku was transformed into a kid, and that failed. GT was too serious. They tried so much with the comedy of GT, but they failed in so many regards. Just stopped in to wish you all. I got my match starting. Might be back later. Hey man, thank you for the love, dude. Enjoy your match, and I hope you do. I hope it goes well. The only real male role model Goku's had in Dragon Ball would be Ader. Damn right it would be. Nah, Grandpa Gohan taught him well. He just taught him martial arts. Grandpa Gohan could have taught him a lot more things. Could have shown him some of the world. I mean, Grandpa Gohan had to have been smart too, but they didn't show him at all. Yeah, you have a great match, dude. Enjoy. Kick some ass. You meant after. Well, yeah, Ader was a great person for him. It was a great wall for him to befriend and show him the love that a person who's not an actual human being can actually possess. What's up, Vegeta? Koritz over here to give you a little gift. Senzu fills you up with health energy to use. I'm surprised Vegeta did not just say anything. What are you doing here, fat man? You know, Vegeta really got over the fact that his tail got cut by him very quickly. I don't know. Yajirobe's kind of non-existent after a while. Yajirobe. Yeah. Ow. Where is that music coming from? Oh, I know where it is. It's coming from Vinny's pad. It's where the last barrier is. Vinny! I remember Vinny. This guy. I know there's some bunch of switches I gotta pull in like some sort of order, which I fucking forgot what that order is. But anyway, going back to what we were talking about, like, Vegeta comes from a long lineage of Saiyans who were known for having children to further their power. And you know what? They didn't, I don't think, even then, I don't really think they cared about family and love and all that. Which is why Saiyans of anyone below, like, the Vegeta line and anyone of royalty didn't have a family and stuff like that. So it was unheard of for Saiyans to breed, or at least to breed and stay in love and actually care, because they would breed and then they would go off to fight. So they probably did not care for their families that they had, which explains why Bardock never cared about Goku, or once mentioned his wife Gine in the movie, which she wasn't created yet, but still a lot of people thought it was that woman, but it wasn't. And it wasn't really towards the end that he started to show some love-ish. And Dragon Ball Minus, which retconned Bardock's entire character. Which, by the way, is going to be in the new movie. There's going to be a scene of Minus in the new movie. I don't remember this music. I never really play these games with volume up, but as a kid, I don't remember this music at all. Hey there, guy, I'm Vinny. Welcome to my swinging bachelor pad. Take your shoes off and stick around for a while. Loosen up, guy. Don't be like my neighbors. They're totally Squaresville. Oh, yeah? Swinging ass pad you got here, bud. Too bad I gotta shut your power off. That's all padding. There is no Vinny in the series. Sad, because I would love him to be in the series. He'd be a great asset. Alright, I don't remember this combination. I would have to look it up. Like, how is anyone supposed to figure this out? There's no inkling clue anywhere on this combination, is there? Or am I just dumb to not figure it out? He'd be stronger than Yamcha. Who would be? Bardock? With his ability to gain strength? Probably. At this point in time, in the point of time during the early parts of Z, no, but at this point, if Bardock were to be alive still, yes, he would be. Especially with the introduction of Time Breaker Bardock. But Vinny? Oh, yes, he would. Vinny, he'd be far stronger than Yamcha. Anyone's stronger than Yamcha. My left hand, which is my non-dominant hand, is stronger than Yamcha. Is there any clue as to what this code is? The Vinny has achieved a level of cool that is better than Yamcha that can't be comprehended by mere Yamchas. Sorry, mortals. Women love the Vinny, and men envy the Vinny. Shit, you probably would have stole Bulma after Yamcha had her, and then Vegeta would have taken her from you. Shit, man. With this pad, Bulma would definitely hit on you. That's the reason why Yamcha failed, is because he was a broke motherfucker. Goku got a woman over Yamcha, and that's saying something. Do I have to look this up? For the life of me, I don't know it by heart. I've always had to look this up as a kid. Yamcha has dreams. Oh, yes he does. Hopefully I can remember that. Black, green, and blue are the only ones I have to be on. The fucking hell. So random. I don't think there's a thing in this game that tells you that. Blue, purple, green? Would this tell you? The house? No, because there's no black. I don't know. I don't know. Why do you have this? Why, Dr. Gero must have built this, then he built his house around this, and used it as a power source. But Dr. Gero never like noticed that this guy would be using Dr. Gero's generator as a source of power. Well, rip Vinny's power source. The future, man. The future of the future, my dude. That's why you gotta get out of... That's why the kids of this generation, man. I feel bad for all the kids of this generation. They're exactly living how Vinny lives right now. I know we are kind of in that too, but we grew up without all that, so we're not exactly like, oh my god. Yes, we kind of do. I do kind of like... It's hard to live without not using my phone, but it's just like... Kids of this generation are not going to be able to grow up at all without having their technology. Not like we have, where we didn't really have a lot of, like, we didn't have phones. We didn't really rely on computers. While we had them as kids, we just didn't rely on them like we do now. We had older consoles that didn't even go online. That's more than what people grew up with no consoles at all, or the Atari, but still, like, people growing up now, they're just, like, growing up with PS4s and Xbox 360s, PS3s and Xbox Ones and stuff, and it's just ridiculous. I don't advocate damaging other people's property, but thanks for blowing up that generator. I was so sick of Vinny's music. Chilled out since he doesn't have his generator anymore. I feel sorry for him, though. He's kind of pathetic. He's chilled out in the last 2 seconds. You blew up his generator? I like your style. I would have done it myself, but I couldn't figure out his security code. Yeah, I couldn't either without internet. Huh. Says the guy who doesn't need to rely on the internet. Relied on the internet to figure out that damn security code. Because there's no other way of finding that out that I've known ever, even to this day. If there's something that tells you it, I would not need it. Like some sort of, you know, like his house maybe gives you a clue. There's like a little piece of paper that you find somewhere that says it. Whether or not it's even just something hinted at, like a color combination where it was said green, black, blue, or whatever, you know, whatever the colors were. Like, even if it would have hinted at that. The house is weird looking, maybe that hints at it, but I don't know. As a kid, I was always like, what the hell is this shit? Yamcha's dreams will never be dreams. It will always be memes. Because Yamcha's death is now a meme. It's on the level of a joke. That he'll forever be remembered. Whenever you think of Yamcha, it'll always be a picture of him in his damn death pose where he was lying there dead by the Seven. Do some DB, some DBO or PSO. When? Wait. You might do some do. I read do as DB. I was like, what? I could barely see the O and B look the same sometimes. DBO, PSO, Blue Burst 2. When? I wouldn't mind playing some DBO with you. Shit, we need to get on some DBO. I know that's a swapped out. I swapped that out for... Or a swap bless out for it, but I wouldn't mind doing some DBO with you tonight if you want to get down on some Dragon Ball Online. I want to do a few more. I want to play more of that, because now that our characters are permanent on DBO. I really want to get far in that. Plus, I need to, because I can get on my main character, who's not very high level. I need to do a, like, fight. There's a mission where I gotta, like, fight somebody, PvP-wise, for a mission. And I need you for that. So if you want to get on some DBO, we can real quick after this, after I beat Giro here. Like I said, retrospective can be only retro, but I just pretty much scrapped it playing games off their schedule. I can play them whenever I please. So if you want to play that, we can. Soon as it seems time to put it into Android test, I have no longer a choice. And if you're free for a while, we can always play that for a couple hours and get on some PSO. How are you today? Good, you remember me. Of course, you gave me life, Doctor. No, he didn't. They're human. He just turned them into cyborgs. And now 18. Lapis and Lazuli! That's a retcon. So they gave him a name finally. How have you been? Good, so you remember me too. How could you forget? How could I forget? I see they've chosen to become an android. Yes, now I have eternal life like you, but we have more pressing matters. They have eternal life? I mean, I guess they can't really die via old age, but I still think they can age. Slightly. Maybe not. I don't remember, I haven't read the manga in a while, and I don't think the anime mentions that they have eternal life. I could be wrong. I don't think 17 and 18 have eternal life, though. I think they could still slightly age. In the past, two of you have displayed an unacceptable tendency to disobey my orders. I blame myself for this, the way I programmed you. However, Dr. Giro has a human brain. He is a full-on android. They are cyborgs. They still have they're still mainly humans. They still technically should be able to age. Not if you're programming, however. What are you doing? This is the controller you used to deactivate us last time, isn't it, Giro? I'm trying to talk like 17. That calm demeanor. I think I better hold on to it. This is when I hated 17. It wasn't until Super that I really started to love 17. 17's amazing. Give that back. You disagree? Then let's try another idea. I just didn't like his lax attitude was fine. I just did not like him as a character. Him and the androids in this arc felt useless. You disagree? Then again, I've always loved 18, though. 18's probably one of my favorite female characters. However, she doesn't do much. And she didn't do much in the Tournament of Power. She had some good fights, but I wish they did more with her. 17, however, lasted till the end, and that is amazing in itself. Then let's try another idea. What have you done? You've destroyed it. You dare defy me. I created you. You're not going to put us to sleep again, old man. Alright. Well, what do we have here? Is that what you had all so nervous? A long-haired boy and a young girl. I take it these are scary androids we heard so much about. That's them. They're androids? They look like humans to me. Don't be fooled by how they look. They're both deadly and stronger than us all. I order you to destroy these intruders. Be quiet, old man. We will deal with them when we are ready. What's in the chamber? He's kind of lacking in the looks department, isn't he? It's my son, you bitch! A lot of people speculate 16 was modeled after his son, which makes sense. Why he wants him to have revenge on Goku, I guess. I don't know. It's all up in the air. You stay away from there. Do not open the chamber. I order you to stay away from 16. Also, he might have died when he was 16? I don't know. There's another android I don't know about. Go on. I think it's time to wake our sleeping friend. Right. No, don't listen to him. I have not completed his programming. 16 is a prototype. If you activate it, it may malfunction. Let's find out. Don't stop. No, don't stop meddling with Android 16 right now. I give you life and I can take it away. That's it. I think it's about time I sent you to this scrap heap. Ah, Vegeta's one-liners. Now that's taken care of. Open the chamber. If they set free that android, I'll be the end of us all. Bad move. What'd you do that for? I don't understand. There's no way anyone could have survived that. Well, they did. That was my most intense blast. That's too bad. By doing that, you show them how weak you are. Don't make me wait all day, 18. Are you going to open it or not? Let's meet our new friend. Well, good morning. It must be feel good to get out of that coffin. How long have you been coped up in there? I like birds. Come on, speak. Didn't Giro give you a voice box? I like birds. Try to tell us that it was dangerous to activate you. Why would he tell us something like that? Birds. The strong silent type, huh? Come on. Not going to talk. Let's go. Where? To complete our mission. Our mission is to find Goku and destroy him. Well, I'll be the big guy can speak after all. Hey, they're leaving. Good riddance. We're safe. But where do you think they're going? Should we follow them? They can't be headed for West City. That's the wrong direction. I bet they're gone after Goku. Dr. Giro's goal was to get back at Goku for destroying his army. But do you think those androids will follow Giro's orders now? I don't care where they went. I'm going after them. They're cowards. They left because they're afraid of me, and they should be. None of us are powerful enough to go up against those androids, but we have to find them. Yeah, I might do some DVO. Waiting for a minute. My internet cut up twice. Wow, that sucks. Yay! Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing some Dragon Ball online. I'm down for that. Something wrong? No, I just wanted to enjoy this scenery. So we're going to walk? No, we're going to drive. We're going to take a next automobile that passes. How does that sound? Seems like you're being foolish. Why should we waste our time driving a car? Because I've never done it before. What do you say, 16? What? Did you just say Goku? Oh, he's got one-track mind. I'll take that as a yes. It's one of Goku's friends, a Vegeta if I'm not mistaken. Why don't we see what you could do? Destroy all of them. I refuse. He refuses. Who does he think he is? I'll handle this. Oh yeah? Although this being appears to be a teenage girl, it is actually an android. Scanning this android reveals created by Dr. Shro. Scanning the holographic memory reveals the primary mission of the android is to destroy Goku, and secondary missions causing pain and suffering. Neural net structure is being shows our capacity of independent thought, making her highly unpredictable. And yes, I know she was taken as a teenager. And if she's still a teenager, that means they can't age. That means Krillin married a girl who is under the age. If she's at least 18, it's okay, but Krillin's a well-on adult who's in his, what, 30s? Krillin married a girl who's at least 18. Just throwing that out there. She appears to be a teenager. She may not actually be. But in their backstory, they were delinquents who were taken when they were teens. If there still appears to be a teenager, that means they either age very well, or they literally are eternal, where they cannot age whatsoever, because 18 still looks young instead of 17, but I feel like that they've aged slightly. I doubt 17 is a father at his age, being, a teenager. Same with 18. They both seem way too mature for that shit. It's Akira Toriyama in his writing, though. He also doesn't really know what to do with that. Ow. Ow. Put up your dukes, bitch. Ow. Come on. Jesus. Oh, fuck. Ow. Fuck you. No! I'm gonna die. Yep, Alright, well, I lost. All that progression's gone. Oh, that progression is gone. I'll have to get back up here on my own time. Oh, boy. Alright, well, I'm going to get back up there into my own time, guys, for next week, if I remember. I'll probably do it shortly before I stream, if anything, next week. God damn it. Was not expecting to lose. It's alright. It's not a problem. I did some saving, so I have up to Piccolo level 30, and I can get through to Vinny and do all that stuff. And it's not far that I have to go. It's not like I have to do all that stupid egg crap again. But, I'll do all that next time. So, if we're going to play some DBO or PSO, I'll see you guys for that. Hit me up on Discord, Zero, if you want to chat while we talk about things. Have a good one, everybody. I will see you next week for some more Dragon Ball. Oh, I'm actually done with Vinny, I think. Let me see. Yeah, cool. I'm actually right about to go to this whole thing. Okay, I'm well past that, so I don't have very far to go. I will see you momentarily whenever we figure out what's going on. If not, then if we don't play, then I am done for tonight. But if we do, I am going to play some stuff with Tom or Zero. So have a good one, everybody. I will see you momentarily.